Ooh.
Rodney again.
Good shot.
Yes, sir.
Nice shot, Rodney. Yeah.
It's a close game, though.
Don't act so surprised, Alexis. It's a close game.
Yeah, good defense. Good help, good help.
Damn. Hey, that guy.
Killing us softly with his song.
Oh my gosh. That was after.
UK Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, we know the game's changing, and Steve Kerr says, I'm amazed by the skill level of today's players. But the little things, getting back in transition, boxing out, they aren't as locked in. Most of them didn't have a high school and college coach yelling at them for 8 straight years. So, it's a different...
Good perspective from Steve Kerr. DA, thank you. Looking at the starting 5 for the Atlanta Hawks. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. At the guard positions, Young and Herter. And it's Okongwu in at the center position. And for the Clippers, the team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wings. Zeller is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Jay in at the point. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. Terrific performances. So, Steve, is the contract year boost a myth, or is it a real thing?
Kevin, it's a very real thing. A lot of players play much harder than a contract year.
Here's Jay, and he goes in for the dunk.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Here's Hunter after the Clippers pick up 2. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Beautiful footwork and agility. DeAndre does damage down low.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
They've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Looking back at the 2017 NBA draft, Steve, the selections in the middle portion of the first round, just incredible value there.
It is. Donovan Mitchell going 13th. Bam Adebayo selected 14th. A pair of all-stars. And then John Collins going 19th overall to Atlanta. An absolute steal.
For Atlanta, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Lets it go from 14. Pass to Collins. Five on the clock. Hunter on the wing. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. And here's Young from the arc. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Jay, the pass to Leonard. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
Herder passes to Collins. Young outside. Sweet little floater.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Jay, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
And Young kicks to Okongwu. Collins wide open. He fires. Hits it from 3-point range. Collins has got his second bucket of the night.
The more Collins hits this shot, the more valuable he becomes to this offense.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Well, this is his game. Be proactive offensively. Put the defense back on his heels.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cody Zeller. Mann comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for Jordan. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Okongwu. Alinari comes in for Collins. Johnson, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Herter.
This is just reading the defense, finding the soft spot. Heady play by Gallinari.
Jay, the pass to Leonard. Jay, Gallinari covering. And finished off by Leonard. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
The Hawks trailing. Johnson outside. Feeds it to Kanter. And it's Young at the elbow. Gallinari against Zubac. Gallinari dishes to Young. Basket counts.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Jay the pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Hawks have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Young's shot is good. There's 45 seconds left in the first. Jay the pass to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
The vertical of Kawhi is impressive. Rising up with ease and throwing it down.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They trail by 1. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
They really dominated.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
To the middle. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on there. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And it's definitely been a shootout here. The first team that actually starts playing some defense may end up having the edge.
Driving the lane.
He's just been brilliant today, guys. And it was the same exact story last time out.
Here's Young from past the arc. Sinks the triple. Young's got 11 points.
You know, when you watch Trae Young, he sort of glides around the floor. Then he can stop on a dime.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And one of the most prolific offensive rebounders in the league, Enes Kanter, breaks down the impact of that particular play.
It was an extra position. It's demoralized our opponents, and I think it gives my teammates so much confidence. Tell them, hey, shoot it with confidence, and if you miss him, I'm gonna go get it for you.
Break so valuable, having players who don't need plays called for them to have an impact.
And he's shown he can score in the paint, but if he's not getting touches, he can also go and attack that offensive glass.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
Their passing has been excellent here early. A lot of their baskets coming off an assist. That should set a great tone for the rest of the game.
And keep an eye on the three-point shooting because that has been a factor as well. If they can maintain that current form, they can be successful.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duty. Gallinari is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Reddish in at the 3 spot. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Nuggets was tremendous. He tallied 25 points, and there was no quit in his attack. He dared the defense to keep hitting him as he kept on going back to the charity stripe. That performance is what we've come to expect during this great run of his. And we'll see if he can continue to stay hot.
Nice work, David. Thank you. Great. He did some fantastic things in that. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
And I'm sure Coach is hoping for that as well, but every night's different. Who knows? Maybe someone else will have to step up this time.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zeller, he's checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. And George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Kanter. Collins comes in for Gallinari. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Young. And Steve, the differences between the regular season and playoff basketball. Break them down for us.
You know, Kevin, it's a higher level of intensity, and execution is a must. It's also hard to prepare for the playoffs until you've experienced it.
Herder passes to Hunter. Over to the left wing. To the paint. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by George. Clippers have gone a nice 3-3 to start the second. Passes to Jay. Down low. A nice shot by Zeller. Zeller's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Collins looking around. Here's Herder. His last outing, he had 24 points. Shoots the 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Steve, I always thought what makes a player like Cam Reddish exciting is that season to season, he's always improving. Wouldn't you agree?
I totally agree. Absolutely. Watching Cam Reddish get stronger as a player is a real treat. You see him stepping up more and making a bigger contribution. It's clear that he's taking the time off the court to work on his craft.
Reddish the pass to Herder. Now Reddish. Here's Collins. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
Mann's checked in for Los Angeles. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Jay, he's guarded by Collins. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Herder passes to Reddish. Back to Herder. Bobbed up there for Collins. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
One of the best young lob men in the business. John Collins finished with an exclamation point.
Here's Jay. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Cam Reddish.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Zeller. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Paul George. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 1. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
It was a total team effort in terms of passing the baton to the guy that's hot.
The pass to Mann. Jay, defended by Young. Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. That one goes. Count it. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes.
They get it back. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Crafty offensive player. Gallinari usually on the finishing end. This time gets it done with the pass.
Here's Mann.
way to end the half there, guys. Big-time three to take the lead at the buzzer.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Los Angeles on top, leading by a point. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes in two quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
Outside the wings are George and Leonard. Zeller is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Jay in at the one spot. That's the group starting the second half for Teron Lue. Leonard on the wing. Drops in the layup for two. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
To the inside. Shots good from Young. Young's got 15 points.
Whether it's on the drive or from the outside, Trae Young is a problem, a dangerous scorer.
Zeller, the lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Clippers lead by 5.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Bobbed up there for Collins.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
You know, Smitty, I know it gets plenty of coverage, but Trae Young's raw talent as a scorer really is just up there on another level.
It is. Trae Young's ability to post over 40 points in a game is truly something special. It takes a ton of confidence to have nights like that. But you know he's doing it all for his team and not just for himself. It's been John Collins' night, taking his productivity into overdrive.
No good from Jay.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Herter. And that one, good. 7 points in the game.
This is where Herter's toughness comes into play. Inside against physical D.
And the Clippers call time here.
There's one place you can be sure to find Kevin Herter just about every day, and that's the film room. He studies the game in detail.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks.
Three-pointer. No good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hawks lead by 16. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on his heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for Atlanta, Young and Bogdanovich, they have the guard duty. Gallinari is out there with Johnson. And it's Cantor in at the 5.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Gallinari dishes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Atlanta with the rebound.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Inside. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Cantor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Here's Jay. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Clippers trail by 18. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Shooting 5 for 8.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Young finds Bogdanovich. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second.
And it may be an overused term, Smitty, but I think the description of Bogdanovich as a glue guy who really fits.
I agree. He has a lot of those qualities that every team needs. He's a playmaker. He gets after it on the defensive end, and he can create his own offense when need be.
Johnson, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Here's Young. Rebound by Johnson. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Clippers. Zubac's trying to break loose, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
To the paint, and it's Young. That time on the assist from Bogdanovich. Young's got 14 points now in the second half. Here's Jay. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Present our New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. His demeanor was not one of the coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Thanks, David. It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu. Okongwu's now got his first basket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Collins finds Hunter. Shot clock at 6. Okongwu, count the basket. Okongwu's now got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Hawks.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Right, well.
You got some words of encouragement? You had a pretty silent halftime there.
If we lose this segment, I'm no longer hosting Team 2K TV versus the world.
Alexis, we wanted some motivation, not just a threat like that. I mean,
I've spent many a month motivating you guys. I don't have anything left in the tank.
Up next, the Clippers taking on the Magic. For the Los Angeles Clippers, halfway through the season and holding on to an impressive third place in the Western Conference. They want to keep it going. Magic, Clippers, only on Season's greetings and Merry Christmas to everyone. Hey, Allie.
Well, guys, Paul George heard the critics. He said the only way I could respond was to get better, to come back with a vengeance. I didn't like that people saw weakness. I had to answer that, and it fueled me. I wanted to come back and be myself again. Brian?
Well, he's playing at a tremendous level, Allie. Thanks for that. All right, Grant, go back to your career a little bit now. Talk about some of your more memorable Christmas Day games.
Wow. You know, I think my most memorable was my first Christmas Day game. In 1996, we played in Chicago. Yeah, you know, I had a nice 27 against Scottie Pippen, but in fairness to Pip, he gave me 27 as well. So we kind of evened out.
A look at Orlando's opening lineup. Isaac and Carter up front. R.J. Hampton out there with Cole Anthony. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3. And for the Clippers, the 1-2 punch of George and Kawhi on the perimeter. Cody Zeller is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Jay in at the point guard position.
Well, there's tremendous length with Jonathan Isaac. How about the ability to finish with authority? Go ahead, young sir.
Takes it inside. Good on the shot.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Pass to Carter. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the Magic this year.
And they swept the team last season. Got the the upper hand and sustain the momentum.
Well, a year ago, there was a big gap in talent between the two teams. But changes are always made, and we'll see how they match up this time around.
Here's Anthony. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one. Boy, when you think about Kawhi Leonard's career, one of the things that I'm always struck by is how he has been a model of efficiency. So smart when it comes to getting his shot and taking the right shots.
You know, Doris, with Kawhi, the career numbers speak for themselves.
That's exactly right. A shade under 50% from the floor. In range to get to 40% from deep. No matter how you slice it, Kawhi is an efficient number one option. This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
With the drive. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Anthony outside. Blocked.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots. That's pretty.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hampton driving inside.
Well, not only is he a tremendous athlete, but Paul George is a terrific positional defender. He just uses that body so well to contest shots.
He throws it down with two hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. It's Anthony on the take. Carter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on Cody Zeller.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Wagner's checked in for Isaac. And so Carter nails them both. The Clippers in the lead. And there's the drive. And it's Jay missing. The Magic have gone 2 of 6 from the floor. Here's Hampton. George defending. Here's Hampton taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. And another miss by Orlando. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 since the tip. It's George on the wing. He's checked by Carter. To the middle. Here's Zeller. Ooh, here's Zeller. Slams it home.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
And I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Anthony, pass to Carter. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Orlando, Wendell Carter Jr. at the line for 2.
And that one falls for Carter. And so Carter nails them both. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Inside, here's Zubats. And he banks in the layup.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter here. Fultz with it. And Kennard picks him up defensively. Here's Carter. There's the block. In transition, here they come. Pass to Jay. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Give him 8 points now.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Outside Fultz. Wagner with it. Takes a 3. Nails it from 3.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Pass to Zubac. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his second personal foul.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And he drops the first. Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. And Zubac drops them both. Orlando has gone 1 for 2 from beyond the arc in this first quarter. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Sanders. All sorts of time. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Down low. Here's Leonard. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Right, Kawhi Leonard's strength through contact, one of the real problems you've got to deal with as a defender.
Here's Sanders. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Clippers on top, up 5. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back, one and all, for more NBA Christmas Day action. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers? All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the defense to collapse. That could free up shooters going forward.
Well, something else they've done a good job of tonight is penetrating and getting points right at the rim.
One misses for Carter, and there's a 10-second limit on free throw routines, but we see some players ask for time before they get the ball. Grant, you think that should count as part of that time?
Well, you know, BA, I don't see why not. I mean, it's about keeping the game moving, so asking the ref to hold the ball longer, not exactly compatible.
Well, Jay in the last matchup against the Hawks had a huge game. He picked up 25 points, and his assist total was through the roof. He was focused, very productive. The team leaned on him all night, guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
Yeah, he was more than happy to carry the BA. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Kept alive. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Gordon Tucker's gotten his first basket of the night.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The shot by Zeller, no good. Orlando has gone 1 of 3 from three-point land here in the second quarter. Pass to Horton Tucker. Back to Anthony. Now here's Carter. Back to Anthony. Carter with it. 5 on the clock. Here's Horton Tucker. And it's good for 2. Horton Tucker's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
And here's Zeller. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first half. The 3 ball. Rebound by the Magic. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
I mean, what a stunner. They came into the game confident, looked like they had it pretty much in hand, and then the wheels fell off there in the fourth.
Okiki. Not going to go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
I really think the nail in the coffin was their missed free throws. That's usually an ominous sign.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
It's Anthony on the take. A step back shot, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zeller.
Orlando basketball. Magic substitution, Franz Wagner.
There's 10 seconds left in the first half. Anthony outside. Three-pointer. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Clippers on top, up by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Orlando trailing here. George and Leonard at the 2 and the 3. Marcus Morris out there with Cody Zeller. And it's Jay in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Pass to Carter. To the paint. Here's Isaac. Can't cash it in from close range. It's a close game here in L.A.
Boy, when you think about Jonathan Isaac, it is hard to understate what an effect his defense can have on a game. Opponents must take him into account when they're drawing up their offensive game plan.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Anthony misses. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting 59% in this one, a good average. You know, as for Isaac's defense, it's not always about a sensational highlight reel block. Doris, he can have an impact in subtle ways.
Oh, my goodness, no question. With his length, with his hustle, with his energy, with his instincts, everything factors in. Boy, when he's playing disciplined defense down low, you can put, quote, a do not enter sign right in the paint.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. So for the Clippers, Zubac comes in for Zeller, and it's man in for George. The Magic making a switch here. Here's Jay, and he dunks it down.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Fultz with it. He's picked up by Zubac. And it's Fultz off the drive. And the layup is good off the glass. Fultz has gotten his third basket of the night.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence. Showing right there he can get through the defense.
Here's Man. Pass to Jay. Just 4 to shoot. 3-pointer. And it's Orlando with a rebound.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Left side Fultz. Shot from the wing. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Well, terrific to see Markelle Fultz knock it down, looking more and more assertive in the mid-range.
Going inside. And that one's good. Jay.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
To the inside. Here's Sanders. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And he knocks down the first. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Orlando.
They've made the long-range shot look like a layup at times in this one.
Yeah, and they've had a lot of success at the free throw line tonight, too.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
The Clippers trail. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. Anthony is out there with Hampton. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Wagner. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 spot.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Here's Jay. Here he goes. And a two-handed jam.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive. No question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Wagner with it. Pass to Horton Tucker. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Cody Zeller.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Isaac covering. And blocked with his palm. What a defensive play. Here's Anthony. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. And the Magic lead by 2.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
This is encouraging to see Jonathan Isaac finish through contact. He obviously will fill out that frame and add some weight, but the balance really impressive.
Here's Jay, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here's the fast break. Pass to Wagner. Here's Hampton. Anthony outside. Now here's Isaac. From deep three-point range. Ooh, Zeller with some nice D.
I'm still a bit confused as to why he shot it from that distance.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
Here's Jay inside. And he lays it up and in.
My goodness, guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. As we see him doing work.
And the Magic call time here.
The loudest and craziest fans get a free T-shirt. Let's see it, fans. Your Clippers.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Cole Anthony.
Yeah, really the standout element of this game tonight was his offense and his ability to get inside by cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
Carter, he's checked in for Wagner. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Magic was giving across in the huddle. With it being such a tight game, he tried to lighten the mood in the huddle, saying, quote, "It's just a game, guys. Have fun. Stay loose. Let it fly. I believe in you guys. Let's see if that laid-back approach works."
And Allie, thank you for that. Out to Anthony. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Anthony's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Down low. Here's Isaac. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Now it's a 5-point Magic lead.
Wow, evolving before our eyes. Jonathan Isaac wanting the big bucket. Go ahead.
Woo-wee. What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Deflected. 58 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to George. Here's Leonard. Here's Jay. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
First free throw is good. And that brings him within 2 here.
At the line for your Clippers.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Anthony, and rejected. And they'll keep possession. The shot, no good. Ooh, Zeller with some nice D. It's all come down to this one critical possession.
And B.A., you can feel the intensity in this arena. Great to see guys who go back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're losing by 1. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Anthony. Off the inbound, no good. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Good on the first. And they'll put him up 2.
Number 7.
So he gets them both. And it's a 3-point game.
Well, it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
Here's Anthony. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
What we know about Paul George is he has proven to be an elite force on both ends. He can be a lockdown defender, and boy, can he get cooking offensively. Oh, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
So the Clippers win it. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
And so true, but you have to credit the crowd for giving them such a big boost toward the end. They really kept this team's energy high.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Dorisburg, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.
Facing criticism online, especially on Twitter, by some who say you care more about scoring than winning games. Now, how do you respond to those criticisms?
Look, anyone who says that doesn't know me. That's ignorance on their part. And I don't have time to deal with ignorant people. I only care about people who got my back. You understand me? People who since been there since the beginning. If coach is on me, if my family is on me, then I'll worry about it. But otherwise, I could just care less.
But do you think this perception of you influences the way you're covered in the press?
I mean, you're asking me about it, aren't you? So yeah, it obviously does, but I focus on the people in this locker room. That's all I care about, Frank.
T-shirt,